Welcome to Frenzee Online. In this feature I want to talk about the Frenzee feeder system. Now, the Frenzee feeders that are available cover every single adaptation of any kind of feeder fishing, ground bait feeders, crumb feeders, through to pellet feeders. And the reason these are slightly different to the norm are twofold. Firstly, you can use every type of feeder with all the same attachments. They all fit exactly the same. And secondly, there's no lead weight in with these feeders. They're all built around a plastic compound that has weight incorporated in the plastic. They're relatively soft and they're not going to crumble, get broken, get smashed up if you're hitting a far bank or you're fishing up to features. There's no lead weight on them that is going to go white and crumble and fall apart after time. These feeders, once you've bought one, you've got them for a long time. You can fish these any which way you like. You can fish them running, like I've got this one set up here, as you can see. Or you can quite easily, get my hook out my hand, take off the little plastic nose cone, pull out your little insert there, and replace that with a pin. Now what this plastic pin does, if you want to fish it with a paternoster for instance, you quite simply thread your loop of your paternoster down through. That then gets hooked over the nose of the pin, which then threads up inside and clicks into spot. That then is locked on the line. That's not going to move, it's never ever going to come off. And also it is safe because it just takes a little bit of pressure there and it pops out, and it's, you know, the line's not going to get caught on it. Similarly, the pellet feeders that we've got here from Frenzee all work on the same system. Once again, if you want to fish it fixed, thread your line down through, push the pin in. You can fish it inline, as I've just showed you with the other feeder, hence that there. And we also got different strength bungees, so if you want to fish it elasticated and fixed and elasticated like you would maybe a method feeder, it works on the same principle as the plastic pin. You thread the line down through, hook that on, that goes up inside the feeder and locks into spot. So you're then playing fish on the elastic and obviously on the rod and main line. What I generally do when I go fishing, I carry a lot of these with me. You can buy them separately from the online store, and I carry a lot of these with a lot of different hook lengths. So if I want to change a hook length or bait at any one time, it takes me seconds. What also comes with the packs with the feeders is this threading tool. Now all of this is included when you do buy the cage feeder or the larger plug feeder. They all come in various sizes, so if you want to have a little look on the website, see which size suits best. They range anywhere from 25 to 45 grams. You've got the standard cage feeders, obviously used in shallower water. We've got what we call a plug feeder, which is used primarily for deeper water. Obviously there's less access for the water to get at the ground bait, so it's going to stay in the feeder a lot longer than it will a cage feeder. We've got the pellet feeders here. These come in different forms and different sizes, and it's entirely up to you which suits yourself best. We've got the inline package here, the Feed-Tek system, which is supplied with the bush and a nose cone and the swivels that actually lock into the bottom of the bush. Or you can buy the cage feeder system as we've got here. Once you've decided which one you actually like and which one's best for you, this is what you're going to get for your money. The package comes with a feeder, one of the rubber bungees, a threading tool and a pin, which I'll show you now. All these three items here come with your feeder. The threading tool is exactly what it says. It's to push up through the feeders. You hook your line on, and you then draw your line down through the feeder. So obviously if you are having problems doing it, this eliminates any problem you may have. Now the feeders vary in shape and size and even weight. So once you've found which one suits your situation right, if you're fishing for instance a crumb feeder in shallow water, you might go for a small 25 gram cage type feeder. Obviously the water attacks the ground bait a lot quicker than it will in one of these, which is what we call the plug feeder. and that one's going to empty a lot quicker than that one will. These ones are a lot more suited for deeper water situations. Anything from sort of 6 foot plus, I'll always opt for the plug feeder. Moving through to something completely different is the new Frenzee pellet feeder. All the attachments, as I've said, fit this one exactly the same as they do with the other feeders, and this one has been designed primarily for commercial work, wintertime sort of fishing, where you're not feeding a lot of bait, but you want the fish directly feeding where the bait is emptying out. Hence the capped end and the large open space there. As the pellets or ground bait or whatever you want to use is pushed in firmly, it's then cast out, and as it lies on the bottom and the pellets expand or the ground bait expands and pushes out, you've just got one pile of bait there for the fish to come in and feed on. It's not emptying this side of the feeder. They can only attack where your hook bait is, and that's a deadly weapon in winter, and it's one that catches an awful lot of fish. Whilst these feeders and all the attachments might look a little bit complicated, that's exactly what it's not. It's been designed so it's very, very simple to use.